boy too fresh. I just checked the Nigerian constitution. It should be a crime to be this fresh. It is illegal. Hey, baby freeze, reduce that noise. Jansen, baby, help me close that door, I beg you. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Reduce that TV. Tell them to reduce that TV. Oh, yeah. And I did not want to start with abuse. Oh. Jazz bar quaint. Your name sounds like a viral malady. Olorun, Owani Oni freeze, rest. If you are fresh like this, won't you be happy with yourself? One in one, but that the freezing fresh. One in one, that the freezing wa Ferrari. Home and abroad. Anyway, we're here in the quest for justice for MohBad. And I've said I'll dedicate my channel and my time to the furtherance of this. Somebody say, who tell you say I fresh? I know if you see myself. Really. If you want, why were you not at the convention? I'm not happy with you. We came to the UK. We brought it to the UK free of charge. We even took people out for lunch after. Why did you not come? I'm not friends with you. If there were people who came from, there was a lady who came from Portugal, another lady who came from Germany with her mom. If you no try at all, if you no try, she no try. If you no try. Lisbon and Germany and across Europe. So if you tell me exactly what happened. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here to... Someone said, do you know that Nigeria is now an Islamic country? Stan Masari, how can you make such a statement? How can you say Nigeria is an Islamic country? As in, Shenu Kongalo BSini, did they burn you inside well? How do you make such a statement? How do you send your brain a resignation note? How do you wake up in the morning and decide to be a dingbat? As in, you don't wake up and you have made up your mind. As in, you actually made a decision, a willful decision to be like this. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Omonu Kongani is a child of the well. Not Bisino Kongani Kole. Somebody say, "Allah, focus and leave that nuisance." Oh, stupid gun. She was Baba Bess or Lenny. Is how you talk to your father? Now your mother boyfriend. Is that how you talk to your mother's boyfriend? Because I know say you not get papa. Is that how you talk to your mother's boyfriends? Because I'm not saying you not get papa. If you say you get papa, you're not going to talk the way they talk. Can I please continue? All right. So more and more news is coming out. And the more news comes out, the more Wumi, wife of MohBad, looks innocent. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Follow my number one gifter. Pop my money guns. I did say I was going to give you every update possible. So this is what MohBad's blood brother said according to Gistlover. I must add that. According to Gistlover. Okay. From Adura, MohBad's junior brother. According to Gistlover, this is what Adura allegedly said. I am MohBad's blood brother. I am 20 years old. He is the second born, while I am the third born. I live with my brother and his wife. They used to fight a lot in the house, and most times it was my dad that would come and settle it for them. They also had a fight prior to the Ikorodu show, but I was not there when MohBad and Prime Boy were fighting. It was Wumi that later told me they fought. If I'm to pick a prime suspect who is behind my brother's spy, it's Prime Boy. How do you go from Prime Boy to prime suspect? How do you go from Prime Boy to prime suspect? It is worrying. In fact, worrisome. He said it is Prime Boy, even though he was not there when they fought. According to him, Wumi told me how everything happened, and I believe her. When we got home after the show, I stayed downstairs while everyone else went upstairs. Later, when I wanted to give my brother his phone in his room, I heard my brother and his wife arguing over Canadian visa. Before the nurse came into the house, my brother was hale and hearty, although I noticed some blood on Tuesday at the skin near his elbow. I prepared the noodles that we ate that day. Concerning my brother having mental issues, it is all lies. He was hale and hearty, with no history of issues. It's Prime Boy that by my brother Adura reveals. How did this go so quickly? Can you see that nobody's talking about Naira Marley again? How did this go from it is Naira Marley, it is Naira Marley, it is Naira Marley to it is now Prime Boy? You see, we need to understand that this was a dysfunctional family. A single mother raising a child is not a broken home. You can have both parents raising a child in a toxic environment. That's a broken home. A lot of you are going out and being hard on single women. Going hard on single women when many of them go away from toxic places just to avoid toxicity. Sometimes it's the men that are leaving. But you see, marriage is everything, marriage is everything, marriage is everything. According to this one now, I don't know how true this particular narrative is, but it's now turned on Prime Boy. Somebody said, I am biased on this case from the beginning. I beg you in the name of God. If I'm biased, tell me how. Because if you tell me, I'll agree with you and I'll apologize. And if you don't, because if there's anything I dislike, I'm biased. How? How am I biased? People, they fight over Canadian visa. She Naira Marley na Canadian ambassador. I said it is appearing to me that Wumi is innocent. If the younger brother can say Wumi is innocent, that he is suspecting Prime Boy. What has the police? The police don't know what to say. Somebody came home hale and hearty, according to the reports. Quarreled with his wife, according to reports. How is Naira Marley inside this equation? How? No. I'm going to bring Bongoli. Bongoli. Oh yeah, brother me. What that's your? Ada bless you. Come and put mouth. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money guns. Oh yeah. I'm going to lock TikTok today. TikTok people have been too stingy. Bongoli. Ada blessing.
Hello, Papa. Welcome back.
How are you doing? I've not seen you in a while. Why is everywhere dark around you?
I was sleeping. Let me turn on the light.
Turn on the light, oh.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm here.
Bongoli. Ayodeji Bakari.
Daddy Fish, you're calling my government name.
Agbalagba. Emi mo pe en government name. Mo le pe local government name gan papa. Ki pe labule name. So what is your take? First of all, have I been biased according to your opinion?
Daddy Fish, please give me 1 minute. Let me get my what's it called? My stand together. Like a stand so that I can put my phone on. Please give me 1 minute, sir.
Lock the video. Yeah, very good. Ada blessing. Oh wow, you're looking so nice. This is how you sleep. You make up to sleep. You make up. You look better sleeping than some people look on their wedding day. Pikin way fine. The one way not fine. Na mirror go buy am. You never hear that?
Yes, that is true.
Pikin way no fine. Na him and mirror. They go to fight morning to night. They go to argue. They go put eyelashes. One of the eyelashes will be like this phone, like this. The eyelashes stick out like this. And still they're not gonna still fine.
That is true. Is Ada here? Is Ada here? I can't see Ada. Is Ada on this live?
Yeah, she's here. She's here. Don't worry, it's good that you not seeing her. So I don't want anything like communication for your
Good evening,
so continue talking.
Good evening. So good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, everyone. We're in America. We're celebrating Thanksgiving. So happy
Hey,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, the day even collected
Thank
other
you
people's
very much.
land. You are celebrating it.
We
It is
are
well.
grateful to God for life.
Yeah.
We are grateful to God for family. We are grateful to God for Nigeria, that there is peace in Nigeria, relative peace in Nigeria. And we are grateful to God that Nigeria is going to turn a better leaf, not just for ourselves, but for everyone in Nigeria. We want peace, we want love, we want kindness, we want prosperity in Nigeria. So my Thanksgiving today is thanking God for Nigeria. That is my Thanksgiving today. And I pray for the world, I pray for world peace. Now, back to the subject matter. Danny Freeze.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this whole story turns around on itself. Why do I say so? Because according to not just the faceless blogger, some other news outlets, they put the full story. Daddy Freeze, and MohBad's partner, said she was not in the room at some certain point in time that she went to prepare Indomie. Thank you, sir.
Pepper soup, Bongoli.
Thank you, sir.
Turkey pepper soup.
Thank you, sir. She said, and I quote, or whatever, she said that she was not, according to the coroner's inquest, that she was not there. She went to prepare Indomie. Now, Adura, the brother of the late MohBad, has now come out to say that he went downstairs to prepare Indomie too. So who is preparing Indomie for who? Now, there seems to be some element of truth. Remember, late MohBad's father said that when he got into the room, he saw some splatters of BLOOD.
God bless you.
Now, the brother of late MohBad is now, what's it called? Corroborating.
Seemingly corroborating.
Seemingly corroborating, yes, because Daddy Freeze. Whoever asked the brother that question, that person is a highly intelligent individual. Right? Highly intelligent individual. Because that story doesn't kind of like align with the story that has been told, except for the father that has been giving a clear-cut story. Be it noodles, be it fried rice. Be it noodles, be it fried rice. Hello, Daddy Freeze, can you hear me?
He's not here, but I think you can go ahead.
Okay. Be it noodles or be it fried rice. She said she was not there when the guy got injected. She was not there when the nurse came in. She was not there. She went to prepare food or something. Now the brother is saying something else. Yes, I'm not. Who is twisting what? What am I twisting? I'm not twisting nothing. What am I twisting? I don't have a stake in this matter. I'm not trying to twist and turn or say whatever. I don't have any business benefit. I have zero benefits. We just want the truth and that's it. I'm not trying to get into anybody's family business. The father's story has never changed.
Don't be angry.
Now Adura has come.
I went to
and
get
said
water
something
so that I will not choke on my pepper soup.
I'm sorry, sir. She in her own coroner's inquest, she kept on saying that she was never there. She was never there. Now, what we are now seeing now is something different. The father's story of the BLOOD splatter is somewhat corroborating with what Adura has said. There's an element we can go after there. Now, if we play back in time, there's something significant the boy said. The boy said, and I quote, "They are always fighting. Our daddy is always coming to come and settle fights." Right? Our daddy is always coming to come and settle fights. What does that mean? That means that the father has always been fed some kind of information from his son. And even when they settle or whatever the case may be, the father will always have that bias towards the lady. It's just like if you're in a relationship, you tell your mom or your brother or your father, whoever in your family, about your partner. Even though the both of you settle, they will always have that bias or sentiment towards that other person, even though you people are settled. That's human nature. Now, we are now faced with a situation where the stories that a certain party is saying is not somewhat aligning with the story that we are beginning to hear now. It shows that there may be some other elements to this angle that we as a people are not even aware of. The father coming to settle fights for them. The boy said the brother and the sister were fighting. We don't know the
Daddy,
kind
please,
of
I can't show my face right now, but I want to correct what Bongoli is saying. He's mixing up the statements.
I'm just waiting for him to finish.
Wait, and go and get your face.
Yeah, we
ready.
need
You have
to
to
wait
show
for
your
him. I
face.
also have mine to say.
Okay, what did I mix
Wait,
up, my
Bongoli,
sister?
finish what you are saying.
A
The
lot.
person is
She
going to
never
come.
said she wasn't there, right?
Exactly.
She said the first injection, right, that the nurse gave him, she was there when he was getting the drip. Now, the second injection that MohBad got, that's when she wasn't there because she was in and out of the kitchen. It was Adura that was cooking noodles, right?
Noodles.
Because
She never
that's
even
when
said
MohBad
she was
wanted
making
to eat,
noodles.
right?
Okay, hold on.
Adura, but she was cooking fried rice. So when you are reporting these statements, you need to be factual, unless all of this just get muddied up. That's not what she said in court. So let's just
Madam Pepper Room, respectfully, if we go back and read the coroner's inquest that
I
she
have the
made,
statements right in front of me, Bongoli.
he keeps on
Should I send it to
saying
you?
that I don't need it respectfully.
Okay.
I don't need it. He kept on saying that when significant events were happening, she took herself out of it. That is what the coroner's inquest, like on 2 or 3 different occasions, I was not there when this happened. I was not there when this happened. I was not there when this happened. Now we are now bedeviled.
But what if she
with a
wasn't there?
situation.
No, Thor.
What did you say?
What if she wasn't there?
No, I am not disputing that fact.
Okay.
But now we are hearing that the both of them had a fight on that same day. That's what the brother said.
Bongoli, right? This is where you are. I feel like we need to. Let me come in, right? If she wanted to appear innocent, she wouldn't have told the court that they even had a fight to begin with. Remember, it was not Adura that said it. In her statement, she mentioned that when they got home for Ikorodu, she was not talking to MohBad because of how he behaved, right?
Okay.
So he came to apologize for that. They settled it and they went about their business. Now, later on, they had arguments regarding the Canadian visa. Also, again, having an argument with your husband does not mean that you had something to do with his death. Couples argue, they fight. So I don't know how that is.
Sorry, who said,
I don't understand.
Respectfully, did I insinuate anywhere in my conversation that she had a hand in the death or DATH of her partner? Did you ever hear me say that? Did I ever insinuate that?
Okay, Bongoli,
No. Ada, you will talk. But I'm just trying to ask Madam Pepper, did I ever insinuate that or say that or made an inference to that? Because it seems like we are mixing these things up. I never said that. I have never, under the Freezes program, since when this issue started sometime early September, I have never ever said that lady has a hand or does not have a hand in it. The highest I have said is complicitness and negligence. Which with what we are seeing today, we are seeing that in the grand scheme of things. Respectfully. What is I'm saying it indirectly? What are we talking about emotions here? Are we talking about rationality here? I'm not emotionally tied to it. I'm rationally tied to that situation.
Word.
Nothing like insinuating what? Was I there when it happened? No. Don't interpret it for me here, please, respectfully. I'm saying it. I have never insinuated it. I've never said that this lady has a hand in it. I said she might be complicit and she was maybe negligent. That is what I am saying. No, don't do that here, please, respectfully. Whoever is saying that, please don't do that. Don't say that. Please, I beg you. It's just based on what we see And that's what we are talking about and analyzing, because stories are beginning to change. That's what we are talking about. If we want the real truth here, stories are beginning to change. That's what Bongoli is saying. Ada, please, you can go ahead respectfully.
Hi, everybody. Hi, dear. Welcome back once again. Bongoli Pepper Room. Bongoli, you made some assertions. Thankfully, Pepper Room cleared them. She never said she was the one making noodles. Right from inception, it's been Adura saying he made what they both ate. That was the noodles he had that evening after the show. And then it's okay for somebody to snack on noodles and then be waiting for an actual meal, because some people see noodles as snack depending on the quantity, right? So and it's also okay for you to be in a house and be in and out the scene, and then not knowing what actually transpired or happened at a particular room because you were, you were in and out a particular scene. So I'm not saying she's innocent. I'm also not saying she's guilty. But I have a problem with the conflicting stories from both ends. Remember that when this story just happened, she said the prime suspect now, Prime Boy, had a fight with MohBad because of the way Adura spoke to him. And Prime Boy was upset because the husband that's MohBad, did not caution Adura. But then I'm hearing today Adura say, I wasn't there, but everything Adura said about Prime Boy, I believe. Now that's my concern. Why are they saying two different stories? Or is there another brother of his that we don't know of? Because it's always been Adura from inception. Now Adura is saying he wasn't there when it happened. So now who is saying the truth? And who is now corroborating with another person's story to maybe deceive the public, because it's not adding up. You have sent me the story earlier today. The only thing I said was this is so conflicting, because how come Prime Boy is saying the reason why he fought MohBad was because MohBad did not caution you for speaking to him disrespectfully, and then today you're saying I wasn't there, but everything Wumi told me I believe. Now your brother is no more. If my brother is no more, God forbid, I am sorry, everybody's going to be a suspect. I'm not going to say I believe this person. Even the person I believe the most, I will so suspect it until I get the result.
Daddy, please. Yes, that is part of the conversation that we are trying to have here. And that is where we are pushing this narrative from an angle of stories are not coinciding. Because remember, none of these stories came out when it happened in the initial. Now, Daddy, please, I want us to go back to history on this matter. Because I'm an history scholar. And let's talk about history on this matter. Daddy, please, you know that when the late MohBad passed on, people actually went to the Instagram page of his partner. Allegedly, they said she deleted all of her pictures except for two, where maybe she must have exposed one or two of her body parts, some kind of sultry pictures. She deleted everything she had with the late MohBad, except for two. Why? She started saying they took him away. They this, they that. Like, if I marry another man, no man will replace you. Now I'm paraphrasing here, Daddy Freeze. What was the mean? That's because according to my chemistry teacher will always say the first reaction is the best reaction. That was impulsive. Before all of these elements of, okay, let us see how we say this story. The Prime Boy story was that they fought a couple of days ago in a car, and Prime Boy is saying that, there was an argument in the car. He punched the windows of the car. Now we are hearing another story of they were having issues or arguing or fighting in the house, and the boy said that there was splatter of blood. Now remember that the Freeze on your program, when I came on your program early September, Wumi's elder sister that came from the United States said MohBad has some mental issues, some psychological issues. And they say she go for treatment here and there. What did Adura say? Adura said his brother never had mental issues. Sorry, mental issues. Didn't Adura say that?
But let me ask you, one-on-one, knowing the way MohBad has been behaving, I put it to you, on mental health issues, did he or did he not have mental health issues?
To me, I think he had.
100%, I agree with you.
To me too.
There's a condition, there's a term for it, it's called paranoid delusions. He exhibited paranoid delusions that are not unconnected with the symptoms of mind altering substance abuse.
Daddy Freeze, myself, from the beginning of this issue, I have always talked about substance abuse.
Let's not say substance. Let's remove the ABUSC word because of
substance, whatever. Daddy Freeze, I want people to be honest with themselves on your platform today, the 1,400 watching us on Instagram today. Aside music videos that you see the late MohBad on, have you seen him being interviewed or just being by himself or something that you see and you think that he's not under the influence of something? How many videos have you seen that he is sober? I'm asking people on your platform, let us be honest with ourselves here. I've seen so many videos of this. There was an interview he was doing on a radio station and you could see that he was on something. So Daddy Freeze, for me, remember our sister, Mumi's sister, came on your program and said different things. There's one person that has been saying something that's been very consistent. That is MohBad's father.
Now hold on. Pepper Room is saying after the NDLEA incident, the mental issue started. Please, let's not blame this on NDLEA. Let's not blame this on NDLEA. Pepper Room, that one no enter. We have gone from blaming Naira Marley now to blaming NDLEA. I'm not saying NDLEA is good though. I'm not saying they are good. But please, let us not give them the blame that is not their own. One thing with me is, you see, let me tell you, I have a member of my family who has been on these mind-altering things for about 19 years now. When I look at MohBad, I see this guy. The behavioral pattern is similar. It's too similar. The only other thing that would have made me say that MohBad didn't have this was if he was psychotic. Maybe he was suffering from psychosis, but it is obvious that he wasn't psychotic because it would have come up. You want justice for MohBad? Can we please tell the truth? Or do you want us to continue lying to ourselves? There was something not right. And because I have a family member who has been dealing with this same issue for 9, one day go just wake up, blame us where they pay for in rehab. Say now we spoiling life. Papa, you don't know, you see, my problem is maybe you've never treated somebody with that kind of condition before. That's why you are distant from it. He will wake up one day and ask us for 30,000 naira. We'll say we don't have. Then he will say, but we have 300,000 for rehab. Can you see that we don't want to help him? The way they think is altered. It's like they live in a parallel universe. And God forgive me, I saw you. Baba, you don't know what it is. We have been treating somebody for 5 years. He was on this for about 17 years before we found out. My distant relative. And then I'm one of the only people that doesn't give up on the guy. Everybody else don't tire. Say no. But you see, I see the similar pattern. Especially that paranoia. I'm not saying he didn't have a right to be paranoid, but it was a bit exaggerated. And we heard at a point that he was forgetting his lyrics. I may be wrong. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I studied sociology in the university, and beyond the sociology degree, I don't have any other form of qualification. But because I have someone in my family who has exhibited very close symptoms to what we are seeing here, I cannot rule out completely mental disorders, in my opinion, brought about by substance.
Daddy
He
Freeze,
himself sang
Daddy
his own
Freeze,
song. He said,
Daddy Freeze,
Otilo Banku. You know what Banku is? Do
Daddy
you know what
Freeze,
Banku?
Daddy
Hey,
Freeze.
wait, Bongoli. Do you know what Banku is? See, that's the street name for CRACK. There are music videos of him with substance in the background. How did we miss this? I never missed a single, but I just couldn't talk about it because you're not ready for the truth. And that is why from the beginning, my perception of the reality of this particular situation was a bit different from everybody else's. I wasn't swayed with all the emotion. He said it in his own lyrics. If we are taking his lyrics, he sang lyrics and said is somebody. Just with the way we believe, I've not seen my mother for 10 years. We believed it. We believed the things he said. He said it. And I tried to mention this from the beginning, but you see, I read a friend of mine who's a psychologist said, look, the people are not always ready for the truth. It takes emotional intelligence to know that even though what you want to say is the truth, don't say it now. Don't say it now.
Yes, read the room.
Read the room, but you see, the problem is you are going to still have to say it. And sometimes when you don't say it then and there, you never get the opportunity to say it. Right when I first started dealing with this MohBad issue, I used to have 6,000 people watching me. On Facebook alone, you will see like 5,000 people watching. YouTube was about 1,000. TikTok, I had 1,000 people watching me breaking down. That was when I should have said it, because now I have 200 people on YouTube, 900 on Facebook, about 258 on, 258 on YouTube, 276 on TikTok, and about 1,000 plus. The only place where we manageably have a bit of a crowd is still Instagram. Everywhere else is decimated. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, where are my stars? I'm only going to be reading comments on Facebook that buy 1,000 stars and above. You want to comment and you want me to read your comment, please, 1,000 stars and above. They say that the Freeze is begging for money. No, I don't beg for money. I've set the ground rules. On YouTube, I'm not going to read any message that does not come with a super chat or super sticker. TikTok, I will not read a message that does not come from Money Gone. Instagram people, because we started the platform together, I will read your messages if they make sense. No need to buy anything. But YouTube, you want me to read your message, you believe you have a point you want to share, put a super chat, super sticker, super like with it. TikTok, put a Money Gun to it. Facebook, put 1,000 stars to it, and I will read your comment. So, someone said I am. Maybe no, Jen block, so you not see me. Weary. Straight. Straight. I'm charging you now. The way DSTV charges you monthly subscription, and you carry your 2 left legs and you pay. You want to come and be watching Daddy Freeze and be commenting for free? Then I'll be reading your comments for free. You can comment for free. Commenting is free. But as I will read your comments, Oladele Olaoye said Daddy Freeze always changing mouth. Ada, I beg you in God's name, have I ever changed my mouth?
You've been neutral.
Aside from that, everything I've said from the beginning, I said it's not Naira Marley's fault. From the very first video.
Okay.
Have I changed my mouth? Do you still now think it's Naira Marley's fault? If you do, I disagree with you.
DF.
Yes, sir.
DF.
Go ahead now.
In Nigeria, a lot of people don't know this, but according to the statistics, they say over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from mental health issues. Over 60 million Nigerians. That is about a third of Nigerians that are suffering from this issue. It is a very, very big issue. Secondly, there is this sentiment going on around. People are saying, don't husband and wife fight, or don't partners fight. Daddy Freeze. When partners fight and they show it on social media, we say it's DV, domestic V, right? They'll show the videos and everything. What would they advise on your program, DF? They will say, and I quote, leave the man alone or leave the woman alone. But it is now late MohBad and Wunmi, they say, oh, couples fight. Do you see the hypocrisy? Do you see the hypocrisy?
Yeah.
Like I said, I am not here to come and bash nobody or whatever the case may be. I am not here to even say that, oh, the Wunmi lady has a hand in it. I am not here to say that. I am just saying, let us look at this thing holistically. If we want justice, then let it be justice we are looking for. What happened to this young man? What were the circumstances that led to his passing to the great beyond? And how can we take learnings from this for this not to happen anymore? That is where we should be as people. Why are people no longer watching it? Why are people no longer following it up? Because they didn't mean well initially. It is what the Yorubas call Ojuaye. But we that were here from the beginning, we are still here, still talking about the matter when we are talking about rational situations, not emotional situations here. That means I can even make a controversial statement here. With what Adura has said, do you know that with that what Adura has said, he has somewhat vindicated Prime Boy. If Prime Boy has a good lawyer.
How,
If Prime Boy has a good lawyer today, Prime Boy has been vindicated, just like Naira Marley and Sam Larry.
How?
I don't know these people from Adam. What did you say?
Walk me through how. Because he mentioned him as the prince.
He said, I was not there, but I believe everything that Wunmi said.
I believe
Remember,
before now, probably there have been accumulative happenings, events that he can also give account of to back that claim. Because you cannot just bank on somebody's statement and say, oh, just because this person said so, then it is. Maybe because they've been friends for years, he has his own story to tell, or he has stories to tell. Okay, proud to now, he threatened him, proud to now, he's been acting this way, proud to now. I don't believe he's just going to bank on Wunmi's statement and say, okay, it's him.
No. What I'm saying is, according to what Adura said, Adura said that he was not there maybe when the fight happened between him, late MohBad and Prime Boy or whatever. But Wunmi gave him a version, and he believes Wunmi's version. And now he believes that Prime Boy is a suspect. So you were not even there. It was hearsay. Because remember, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt in a court of law. So I'm saying, if you take that to a court of law, I am not a lawyer. But it's just my own sense that I'm using, common sense. I'm being rational. So you were not there. The man will just say, I rest my case. The lawyer will just say, I rest my case. That's all. Were you there? You were not there. Then he says a suspect by somebody that says something, and that person is also complicit or is in the matter. Come on, my judge, I'm done cross-examining this guy. I'm going to sit down. That's what I'm saying. That statement that he made. Go and read it very well, my sister, or people that have not read it, should read it very well.
I've been following this case from day one.
So that's what I'm saying, that because now look at it now. It seems like Prime Boy was not there in the house when that new fight happened. It seems like Prime Boy was not there in the house when the nurse came and gave injection.
But he said he was there. He overheard them talking about Canadian visa.
No. I mean Prime Boy.
Oh, Prime Boy. Okay.
Yes, it's Prime Boy I'm talking about now. That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't in the house.
He wasn't there.
But the injuries he sustained them from the fight they had on Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday they had the show?
I don't think the boy said that in that coroner's inquest. I'm speaking like if we're in the court of law. Because this is what he said. He said that there was a fight, there was an argument.
He said after the fight, the next day I saw bruises around his elbow. Yeah, that I saw bruises, and that was, of course, he didn't sustain the injuries at home. He sustained the injuries from the fight he had with Prime Boy the previous day. So what are we saying?
How do you know that? Ada? How do you know that there was not a new injury when he was having that issue with his wife or his partner in the house? How do you know? Because remember,
according to what he hit the window of the car. How can you possibly hit the window of the car without sustaining injury?
Ada, in fact, and that the show was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
This happened on a Tuesday, when the argument and the splatter and the nurse came on. So it was even 2 days. Do you understand what I'm saying, Ada? Here, Ada, this is I'm speaking from if we are in front of a judge.
I get you, but this is Nigeria, where people don't really pay attention to their health unless it's so serious. Maybe the injuries were sustained. He probably thought it was something that what they call maybe spirit, cotton wool, or something will handle, and he got to the next day or 2 days later. I don't know.
I am somebody. I just read through the comments section now, and I just remembered something now. And I remember in that video, they showed the video of his hand, right?
Yeah, it was swollen.
Did you see the video of his hand?
It was swollen, yeah.
If you punch through a glass, shouldn't it be your knuckle that you have injuries on?
Yeah.
No. Now let us get into forensic. No, Ada, I'm asking you a question. Let us get on forensic mode here. I'm not saying this what happened to Ada. I'm not saying this about Ada. I'm saying if you punch through the window of a car, where would you get injuries from?
Your fist.
Ada, I'm asking you, my sister.
Your fist.
Yeah, right? Your fist, right? But this was where he got injury from. The video that they showed. When they sent the video to the north. So can anybody explain that to me?
Yes, his fist might have gone in, and then this is the part that got scratched.
Possibly. He punched through the window.
Pepper room is here.
Because
Pepper room, are you wearing cloth this time? I don't like bringing people who are not wearing their clothes.
Daddy Freeze?
Yes.
Sorry?
No. I was talking about Pepper room.
No, not you, sir.
Okay, so Daddy Freeze, if I'm just saying, if we're in the court of law here, we are seated. You did normally your knuckles, maybe your wrist, all these places, you see scratches and all of that, but not a deep cut here. That was the video that was sent to the nurse. Remember, there was that 5 second clip video or something. The boy said he saw a splatter. The father said he saw a splatter. The father said that's the reason why he cannot go into that property.
But how come
that boy cannot go because he had
Bongolese, you are not.
I'm not disputing the dad.
Pepper room, we need you to show your face.
I'm not
show your face.
Pepper room is the only one that saw me on
It's not even a thing where
Pepper room, hold on. I need you to show your face. I don't like it when people don't show their face.
Anybody, right? And it's later a day after you start seeing bruises.
Pepper room, show your face.
Because of what is happening right there. So it's possible for his hand.
Can somebody tell Pepper room to show her face?
Because when they came back home, they didn't feel the need to go to the hospital because it didn't seem critical. Right? It was until the next day that the hands started swelling up, right? And they felt
it's very bad for the visuals when you can't show your face. And if everybody else is showing their face, I always like it when people show their face. Yes, you can take a 1 minute off to go and wear your hair or change your clothes, but that you will come where everybody else is showing their faces. It's very bad visuals for the people who are watching and who some people are going to come and watch back later. So imagine the experience they will have. I know you want to share your truth, but the problem is I need you to. Sorry, I'm sneezing. All right, Bongoli, sorry, go on.
So, Daddy Freeze, remember, I am just speaking from an observer standpoint.
Yeah.
I am not saying this is what happened. What I'm saying is that you said on Sunday there was a fight. There was already an argument. That was even kind of like muddy. Because Prime Boy said it was late MohBad and his partner that were fighting or had issues. He got in there. Why are you fighting? Blah, blah, blah. They said he punched through the window. Because that is what the police is holding Prime Boy for. That he got into a fight with MohBad, late MohBad. Now, you punch through the glass. I will see injuries here and here. Remember that if it's O.J. Simpson, if it doesn't match, and if it doesn't fit, it don't match.
Yes, no.
You remember? Now, we are speaking factually here. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't match. And it didn't fit. So now let's go back to the conversation we are having here. The video that we saw, that the food was a deep punch.
What if after punching, the force that came with the fist let the entire hand penetrate through the glass and then the cut here?
Puncture.
What if
you will see a tear, not a puncture.
The cut happened here.
Go and watch that. Sorry, go and watch that.
Pepper Room, please come back. I want you to come back with your face. Pepper Room, please come back.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well, my sister.
Pepper Room, please come back.
Okay.
But I want her to come back with her face. Okay, somebody has sent a question with 1,000 stars.
And then the hand passed.
Hold on.
My sister, hold on.
Tinu has sent a question with 1,000 stars. Remember, I said Tinu Temiton. She sent a question with 1,000 stars. Tinu, I'm going to be reading your message. Just type your question or whatever your observation is. Kindly type it. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Follow my #1 gifter right now on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter. Pop my money guns. If you got any question, bring them with money guns. And somebody sent £5. Realities with Ayo says Daddy Freeze love from the UK. Thank you so much. If you're watching on Instagram and you want to have a contribution, remember to send it with super chats, super stickers, or super likes. God bless you, Tinu. Now, over to you, Ada. What are your thoughts? Sadly, I can't bring Pepper Room again because of the way she exited. Yes, go ahead.
I will still stand on that conflicting story. It's the fact that the story is not adding up for me. Every other thing, I am honestly patiently waiting for the police report and the truth in court that will be unraveled someday. But for now, I'm just like, why is Adura's story not adding up with Wumi's? Because you cannot tell me Prime Boy is saying it was you that caused the fight. You were there. That's why he had a fight with MohBad. And now Wumi is saying, now you're coming out to say you were not there. Everything Wumi said, you believe. That's where I have a problem. Every other thing right now really doesn't concern me at this point.
So, Ada, in your opinion, in what way do you think that Wumi's story and Adura's story are not adding up? In what way?
I think I've not heard from Wumi. It's Prime Boy's story and Adura's right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not heard from Wumi. Has not said anything about that, and I think someone is being pretty calculative with things to say, right? Again, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. So it's just Prime Boy's and Adura's story right now for me. Both are not adding up. So Prime Boy has a lot of explanation to do to tell us where exactly Adura said something to him that his late friend MohBad didn't speak for him. Was it over the phone? Was he there? Because right now, things are not adding up. Maybe Adura insulted him over the phone and he expected MohBad to react and MohBad did not, and then he started the fight. But if Adura was there, then there is something fishy. It's really, really fishy and smelly.
Bongoli, over to you. What are your thoughts?
So, what I just want to say here is, I hope that the Nigerian police, do a very diligent job in unraveling the truth, because this issue can go 1,000,001 different ways, and many a times it is the things that we are not actually seeing that may be the true cause. We can only imply based on our analysis. And I gave an example. The hand that was shown as a video that was sent to the nurse, because that's according to what the nurse's mom said. Because now I believe that nurse's mom 100%. Because it was the nurse's mom that took the nurse to the police station. That looked like a puncture, Daddy Freeze. It didn't look like a scratch. That means it was like a STAB. It was not a scratch. So something else must have happened. If I were a lawyer, something else must have happened. There are so many under the freeze. When all of this was going on, the women's side were very quiet. The MohBad's father's side were very vocal. When the story was going, they were talking about Sam Larry and Naira Marley and Co. and all of these people and all of that stuff. They kept mute. On your program, Daddy Freeze, somebody came on your program and said that they should do jungle justice on Naira Marley. Daddy Freeze, on that early September. What will have been what will have been the situation right now?
Ada Blessing, Naira Marley, guilty or not guilty?
Buying, not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty or not guilty, Naira Marley?
Please don't even call him. Don't call Sam Larry. Don't even call Prime Boy for now. Don't even call Prime Boy. Yes, because of what Adura said. Yes, it's a controversial statement. Yes, don't call Prime Boy. Now, Daddy, please accept. Because there's a narrative that maybe Prime Boy may have used something to hit the late MohBad. That may be metaphysical. Now we know that in the court of law.
Bongoli no foguna ayodeji ni oguna fi na wana londe.
I'm saying that there are some angles or elements that are saying that he may have used something that has metaphysical powers. But we know that in the court of law,
I can't believe it. An obedient just said you are smart, Bongoli. Oh, thank God. Glory be to God. Supporters are going to be united. APC, Labour P, PDP, we are one. So an obedient can say Bongoli is making sense. God bless all obedience.
Because this is not
God bless all APC members.
This is not a political
God
conversation.
bless all PDP. We are going somewhere.
Daddy, please. Except, like I said, right now as we are speaking, Prime Boy and the nurse, they should have released them on bail.
Tanikawamu Bongoli, Tanikawamu, who should they hold?
They don't necessarily have to hold anybody. When you need them, they come. They are on bail.
Oyamodu just sent me $10. Oyi, thank you very much. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok now. Follow my #1 gifter. I switch TikTok off. Pop those money guns. Yes.
That is that not a fundamental human right as enshrined in the Constitution? It's a fundamental human right. This is from section 33 to 46 in dignity. Our right to dignity in our Constitution. Those people.
I might not be a lawyer, but I can understand that of Prime Boy. But right now with the nurse, though she might be innocent, okay?
Innocent of
she was
what?
Just at the right time, she was just at the right place at the wrong time, I would say. But
Sabio is saying it is negligence, and I seem to lean towards him more than you guys. Sabio is saying negligence.
Absolutely. So you're actually going to hold her, and I'm sorry.
Thank you, Ada. High five.
Don't go.
No, they don't. Daddy Freeze. No, Daddy Freeze. Okay. Manslaughter. Hold on.
Medically and logically, I am sorry. Somebody has to be held. And right now, if we're not going to mental, it's the nurse.
See, is okay. So in this situation, this whole scenario and all of that, where the nurse must have injected him and something may have happened, right? Hold on. Is it bailable or not?
I'm indifferent.
If you are indifferent, then it is bailable.
No, I am indifferent.
That's what I'm telling you. No, I'm saying if you are indifferent, I'm repeating myself again, because if it is not bailable, if it's not bailable, you say no, it's not bailable, she should be there. What I'm saying here is, even if she's complicit, she's part of the whole situation or whatever, it's according to her fundamental human rights, she should still have a bail hearing. And she be let out on bail. Because she's not, I just taken her to court.
She has a bail hearing. But the other, I can't really speak on that. It's not our decision to make. At the end of the day, it's not our decision to make.
What I'm saying here is Prime Boy, because remember, Naira Marley and Sam Larry, they were there for over 21 days. And they sued the Nigerian government. And they released them immediately. Because they know their conduct, they know their rights.
Yeah.
Right? Prime Boy, I'm saying it if they can hear me very well. I know they will have lawyers. Prime Boy and the nurse, I am suggesting that we start pushing for bail. And when they need them, when the Lagos State government, because I think it's under is a public prosecution something, I can't remember.
Director of Public Prosecution. Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, DDPP.
Whatever, public prosecution, whatever, under Lagos State government. If you need them, then you provide them. Because when you're on bail, you can't travel. Your passport is seized. Why are they still there?
It's not the same crime. I am not a Malian. I don't follow him. I don't play his music. I don't listen to his songs. No disrespect to his talent. Just not a fan. I'm not going to like everybody. But you cannot say the nurse or Naira Marley and the nurse, they have equal rights in this matter. Naira Marley might have cases. Have cases of bullying this person that we cannot even prove because we don't have videos, we don't have audios. The only person we can actually hold right now is the other. Okay. Now this person is somebody that administers to him.
I can't seem to invite Pepper Room. I don't know what's wrong. Pepper Room. Log out and log back in.
That in itself is wrong, my sister. That in itself, for you to say we need to hold somebody, it is wrong.
It's not.
You don't have to hold anybody. So now the person is released on bail, and when you need them, they can come to court.
When someone kicks the bucket, a person ought to be accountable for it.
Being accountable doesn't mean that you should be in detention.
If this case wasn't this messy, if there were no family controversies and all of that, the prime suspect and only suspect would have been that nurse. What did you administer to this person? It's just because this story has like 42 areas and uncovers the rate. That's why it's like looking messy. If it was a straight case, I am sorry. That she might be
my sister. My sister. Don't get me wrong. My sister, I understand your sentiments. Don't get me wrong.
Sentimental. If I wanted to be
no. Being sentimental is not a bad thing, my sister. No, my sister. When I say I understand your bias or your sentiments, it's not a bad thing, my sister.
Bias.
What? No. Don't get me. No, using the word bias or sentiment doesn't mean you are doing something bad or negative. No, that's not the meaning. When I say I understand your sentiments. However, it's a bailable offense. Whatever they are being suspected of is a bailable offense under the law. And as such, Prime Boy and the auxiliary nurse or the quack nurse, or however you can qualify her, should be on bail. Because they've not been taken to court yet now. So what is the court injunction holding them back? It's past 21 days now. What is the court injunction holding them back? I'm asking you, Ada.
What is the
court injunction? Because see, that is what Ada is saying is how we think as Nigerians. We need to hold somebody. Somebody must be responsible. So you must be there. I'm not saying it's wrong.
This case is anyway. Let me not say it's clearly someone's fault, because at the end of the day, it might just be natural. So that's why I even get tired speaking on this case, because at the end of the day, we might just be fighting a lost cause. What if it's a rogue by? What if
they tell you? The case get us.
What if it's not natural? Because 2-year-olds they go, 5-year-olds 20, 27, but it's just that they're just stories surrounding this.
And for me, 1 year ago, maybe I talk my own analysis here of what happened. You 1 year through. That guy gets injury. Maybe I use broken talker. That guy get injury. He get the way that they treat him for area. There be Ikorodu people, even though they did lucky. You can take someone out of Ikorodu, but you cannot take Ikorodu out of the person.
One light, small lie, they are Z.
The area. They call the girl nurse where they use the nurse no day. They go wait for nurse where they come from Cotonou. So it go be hush. So meaning they were trying to cover something. Say they want to cover something. So they go bring nurse, we go just treat them for inside house. As they inject time with something, the thing triggers so many things for him body. Maybe because of him don't wait Yoruba go so to Goja. And that triggered a series of events that wasn't properly managed. And in my opinion, now we think one. Basically. So all these other, and again, we Nigerians need to be careful not to get into their family affairs, because a lot of us coming to speak about this family, whatever, our own families are worse.
100%.
Our own family situations. Some people, they have not seen, they don't know their father. They've not seen their father before. Some of them, their mothers abandoned them, their fathers abandoned them. And then they come on this life and come go up and down and be shouting, the father, the mother-in-law, come on now.
Otito Koro.
Leave their family matter to them. Don't get involved. That's why if you notice in my conversation, I only stick to the subject matter. What happened to the boy, when it happened, the law and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
So let's focus on that. Leave all that drama going on online. Leave it.
They should keep some matters private. It's totally uncalled for that we are knowing too much about the family that we ought not to know, and this is not the right time. I don't want to point fingers, but they should keep their matters private at least, and then justice will also.
In my opinion, police should not tell anything about this matter anymore. We don't want to hear of it until they say they've done their investigation. These are the results of the investigation. We are now going to charge the nurse. We are now going to charge Prime Boy. We are now going to charge Mumi. We are now going to charge Adura, Prime's MohBad's dad or MohBad's mother, whoever is involved, or Naramali or Sam Lai, whoever is complicit. Because after the police have done their investigation, that they will now use that to charge them to court. Nobody is being charged to court yet now. So why are you holding the nurse? And why are you holding Prime Boy? They should be released out on bail, and when you need them, you go get them.
What if they are being held for safety? Because Daddy Freeze actually said something about that concerning Naira and Sam. What if
now they should not hold them for safety? The police should give them protection out there. Is that not what police are supposed to do? Or is it because they are POR? Is it because they may be indigent people in Nigeria? Do you put somebody in detention to protect them, or do you release them and give them protection?
Witness protection program.
Witness protection program. Exactly, Daddy Freeze. See, Adam, we are now Nigeria, all of us be. What we talk to, we know how to do our thing. And I'm waiting to play out here. But should that be how things should be done? Is that how things should be done? See, we have let sentiments becloud our minds so much that we have lost thought of how things ought to be done. We have let people that know little to nothing, that are unintelligent, lead the cause for activism, like social justice and all of that in the country, such that however they push the agenda is what we follow. That needs to stop. We can't continue like that anymore. Because you know why? Tomorrow it might be my turn. Tomorrow it might be you, and the next one it might be Daddy Freeze.
God forbid.
It might be any of us tomorrow. It might be.
Somebody said Daddy Freeze wants to sleep. I was actually dozing off. How will I take catch me? Wicked people. As in, I did doze off. The talk on the sleep for my ear. Somebody said, wake up, Daddy Freeze. How will I take catch me?
What did you say?
Money Monsoon Lonnie said I was dozing off. I just came in.
It's for the betterment of the country. It's for the betterment of Nigeria, because this issue, when I was in New York, I saw late MohBad's face, Times Square. I spoke, Daddy Freeze. There was a lady I spoke to that's a Kenyan nurse. She was talking about the MohBad situation more than me. She knew more than I knew of the MohBad case. Because we in Nigeria, we wash our linen in public so much. Daddy Freeze, because at that time that she was saying those things, there were issues going on in Kenya. But she said they don't spoil themselves, but we Nigerians to spoil ourselves. They know. She knew everything about the MohBad case. She knew Naira Marley, Sam Larry, Wunmi, all of them. She knew all of them. We need to start doing things rationally and not emotionally. That is please.
No problem. I was actually enjoying the conversation. That's why I didn't want to interrupt you. And you see, one thing I've learned is when the audience is queued up, don't take away the gist. They are enjoying it. There's 1,100 there. People are actually feeling the conversation. So I didn't want to say, guys, I'm tired. So I was just dozing off, forcing myself to stay awake, and enjoying the conversation as in I did dream. Okay, Pepper Room don't finally come back. Be like say I just go lie down for backyard here. They hear una they talk. Not cost me if I doze off. If I snore, make una not yap me. Pepper Room, I can't see you.
I can't see Adura. I can't see
Pepper Room, send me request. I slept on the plane yesterday. Hey, I no watch one movie. Normally they watch like 3 movies for aeroplane. I slept. Taste bud slept.
How I wish that I could engage Pepper Room, but I have to. If I don't go, I will not talk you.
I see your comment, Pepper Room. I see your comment. Send me a request, Pepper Room. Okay, Bongoli. No problem, brother. Thank you so much. Let me know.
Thank you very much for your audience. Pepper Room, thank you very much. Ada, thank you very much.
If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super sticker, super likes. A lot of people are not really interested in this matter, and it's not making us much money. We that are the how do they call it? The creators. We want things that are vibrant, where we can gather people and make money. So as when I know they buy my star, super chat, super stickers, money gone, I can't they feel bad, like say make I leave the matter, but my conscience no go agree. Until there's justice for this boy, I will not leave this matter. So I've got my brother B.O.
Hello, sir, B.O.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
How are you doing, B.O.?
I'm good, bro. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
To everybody, yeah.
So go ahead.
I get 2 questions I want to ask, so no vessel. Number 1, God forbid, as you are today, if anything happens to you that you need medical attention, to the best of your knowledge, who is the person that you think is responsible? God forbid, let's say you can't determine the situation. Who in your life right now do you think can determine which hospital you will go to?
My wife, 100%.
Your wife, right?
Yes.
Did I hear you say your wife? Yes, correct. Thank you. So the reason I'm saying this is, let us face this squarely. The truth is, if there's anything that everybody agrees on with this MohBad's delete issue, I think a larger majority, if not everybody, agrees that there was negligence surrounding everybody. Thank you. So I'm asking a question. How do you now, who was supposed to play that part? Are you going to arrest a nurse without arresting the invitee, or who actually brought the nurse? Do you understand my point? So the question is, if we agree that the nurse, I'm not saying the autopsy is out yet, even if the autopsy comes out and they are able to prove there are some certain things that would administer to him, felicitate, or was responsible for the final deleting, then we should also ask who was responsible. The reason I'm saying this, last night here, we talked about how no matter what happens, the wife must still be the beneficiary of any assets, which me and you already agreed on. So therefore, with gain also come loss and responsibilities. So therefore, it is important. I'm not saying maybe the wife might not have made some mistake or poor decision, but it will be unjust and unfair
if this MohBad case is being discussed by everybody and nobody is looking at a way of still bringing the wife's knowledge, understanding their lapses or what they could have done better, that is one part. Then secondly, I want to ask a question, DF. If MohBad's father was Adeleke, the Adelekes, do you think if he said or gave an order that, listen, none of my grandchild will achieve or get anything from me without, because I don't want to go to the other thing we did yesterday, but it's a question that came after I left the show. Do you think the wife or whoever will refuse to do that thing? They will definitely do it. That is the truth. So I see the hand of poverty in this case. Sorry to say, as sad as it may seem, but it is the truth. And you have been saying it since, and you are very correct. I remember the poverty has played two parts. It has played a part in the way the investigation have gone, and also a bad part in the way the MohBad's father have even handled the case. That is the truth. Poverty and everywhere. And I saw somebody say, Adeleke, as was Jenny, this is one thing that people don't understand. Yes, by privilege, I have a cousin that the father is stinkily rich. None of his child can bring a grandson to that man without doing DNA. You see, poverty, many people don't even understand that rich people are even more stricter than poor people. Trust me. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
So that man, it's not because of property service. He said nobody will answer his last name without proper clarification. So let me tell you today, just in case if you don't know, if you are a woman there, you are planning to go and carry somebody from outside and come and give to a wedding man in Nigeria or anywhere in this world, you must think twice, because it's even more difficult to go through it than with a poor man, just so you know today. So but that is not the topic for today. Do you understand me? So, DF, I will tell you this. If Adeleke's father was in MohBad's shoe, for instance, and the circumstances surrounding his grandson, and he says, before we can even accept this son, you, this woman, go and do DNA. Trust me, within 3 minutes, that woman will accept. So poverty is in the hand here. Then, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I don't know all this party closely. You know them better than me, at least to the best of my knowledge. Maybe you've had 1 or 2 communication with them. I don't have any connection with them. I don't know them from Adam. I'm only going by everything I've heard on here. So please correct me if I'm correct. I heard somewhere that the mother of this girl is a police or was a police officer or something like that. Is it true?
I think so.
We
I'm
heard
not
so
sure.
too. We don't
We
have
all
confirmation to
heard.
that.
Confirmation. Okay, thank you very much, dear. Thank you, madam, for that. So, but if, let's say, maybe true, maybe false, I don't know. The reason I'm saying this is, see, when we say justice for MohBad, Daddy Freeze is so intelligent that he came here one day and said something before this topic, while I was in the UK, or before he left for the UK. He said, this whole thing, it was as if they just did something to cool the noise people were making. And it seems like that. A lot of things, and this narrative of MohBad have changed because it seems like the endless of these matters. They had a target before. Their target was just to target 1 or 2 persons, which is Mali and the rest, whom I don't even support because I'm against the fact of the way they treated the young man before he departed this world, right? But however, it seems like once the case was not really favoring the handlers or peddlers in that regard of targeting that particular other artist, a lot of people lose interest in it. Do you understand? There was lack of interest, and people started behaving somehow. The reason I'm saying this is because it is important that no matter how we come here to talk and comment and say this and that, we should still understand that the Nigerian factor is playing a major role in this case. And when by Nigerian factor, I mean the factor of class and oppression. That is the truth. You might think the justice for MohBad initially to me was the people revolting against oppression for MohBad. Why on earth and even after deleting. That was my understanding, which I was happy that at least Nigerians they are good people, they are fighting for the voiceless and all that. That was my initial understanding. But as it's going right now, it seems like some persons were using on a different thing interests that they had to look at this issue. You understand? Mm-hmm. So that was why I came in here, yes. I came in here just so that we don't miss some key points. The family, they watched your video, or they have friends that look at it. Nobody is condemning anybody. What has happened has happened. Sometimes investigation is not about looking for faults. It's learning lessons from it. So if the lessons are not learned today, for anybody that have gone through this, that means that all that we do is just to carry traffic and nobody's learning anything. Okay? So the lesson learned from this, even from me, is that while I'm married, if anything is happening to my partner, regardless of my partner's position, I should be able to demonstrate. Do you understand? I should be able to demonstrate my commitment to good quality and affordable health care for that my partner. Just in case, God forbid, if anything happens, so that you have, a good ground to stand on. Because personally, you are the sister to that nurse. How are you today going to feel that your sister that was invited to come and treat somebody at home is in jail? Why the person who invited that your sister, knowing fully well that it is even wrong to have home treatment, is going freely around doing their own thing? So, Daddy Freeze, thank you very much. It's time to give me on my way out.
I just want to indulge you for 1 minute while we hear Pepper Room. Pepper Room, what are your thoughts? If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super like, super stickers. I'm going to read your comments only if they have that. If you're watching on TikTok, follow my number one gifter. TikTok people, follow my number one gifter. Pop my money guns. Pop my money guns. If you're watching on TikTok, pop my money guns. Oh yeah, double click the screen. Double click the screen. Thank you so much. A big shout out to someone who sent me some stars. Big shout out to Costa, Jimmy, and of course, Tenu Temtar. Thank you so very much. If you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video, bottom left-hand corner. You will see how to buy my stars. For those of you yapping me for dozing off, I was tired but I was enjoying, and I did not want to end it because Sabio was talking and it was making sense. So over to you, Pepe Room. I just wanted Sabio to be around, so I didn't even notice when I don't sleep and I don't go.
Okay, Daddy Freeze.
Go ahead.
So first of all, I would like to say that I don't like the people that are attacking me, the men in the comment section that keep attacking me and attacking my character because I came to give an opinion. I feel like everybody here has their right and they're entitled to that as long as I'm not being disrespectful. So please stop that. Now, regarding Prime Boy, right? Now, the thing is, if Prime Boy has a case or if he wants to prove his innocence, I would say the only route he can actually take is the self-defense route. And here is why. In the statement that MohBad's wife gave, when MohBad and Prime Boy were having the argument in the car back and forth, MohBad was the one that got down from the side of the car that he was at to the side that Prime Boy was at, and he opened the door and the fight ensued. So Prime Boy could take the route of he was defending himself. That's how the fight escalated, and that's how MohBad got his injury. Okay, so I feel like that's the only local side that Prime Boy's lawyer can take in terms of defense. Now, I don't know why people don't understand why the police are holding Prime Boy and the nurse. The police have already said that the injection that the nurse gave him, right, accelerated his eye, okay? And they are holding her in terms of negligence and, treating someone out of an environment that is properly controlled. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Now, regarding Adura and his statements. For Wunmi, when she gave her statements in court in the coroner's inquest, right? Everything she said, the police can check it out and they can call witnesses to back it up. There is like a photo or a footage of the car where it was hit by MohBad. So her accounts of what happened can be corroborated, okay? So it's not just something that, the judge is just going to go by what Wunmi said. They're going to do their investigation and see if there's truth to it, okay? Now, regarding what's his name, Bongoli was talking about, the arguments and stuff like that. In my honest opinion, if Wunmi wanted to stir a narrative, she didn't have to tell the court that her and MohBad had those fights. She could have left that out. So I feel like she was being transparent. That's why she informed the court that, yes, we did have an argument when we got back from Mikrodu because I didn't like the way he behaved. Yes, we did have an argument, about the Canadian visa. Now, that is freeze. Regarding the NDLA, the reason why I brought that up is because Naira Marley himself, when he did an interview with someone else, a political guy, mentioned that scans were done on MohBad's brain. And they have those scans, okay? So after the NDLA incident where they came to his house and they hit him with the gun in his the GUN in his head, he started having lapses, okay? So there is evidence to prove that probably caused some of the injuries he had to his brain, why he had to go and do the scan. That's why I mentioned the NDLA incident, And again, MohBad himself, people are forgetting this. MohBad himself said it when he was alive. There's videos of it, okay? Now, regarding Naira Marley, we don't know at which degree that he has anything to do with MohBad, right? But regarding the bullying, right? We've seen the statement he gave to the police. I don't think anybody is wrong to question the bullying. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So
you can never bring
Dear, sorry, let me go, please.
Okay.
I have a booking for 3 p.m. at the restaurant. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much,
Take care. Bye.
But that's it, Daddy Freeze. I don't really have anything else to say.
I just wanted to tackle you on something. Is only in Christianity, that's the true Christianity, the followership of Christ, that lying and you buy 300 people carry the same offense. According to the law, there are degrees. Bullying, yes, but how do you persecute bullying legally? Especially when you cannot prove that it happened this year. So I'm not saying Naira Marley is innocent, no. But we cannot bring that into this equation because this equation has narrowed it down to like 3 or 4 people. Adura, wife, Prime Boy, MohBad. MohBad, Papa and Mama, they were outsiders in this particular situation. So is Naira Marley and Sam Larry, despite the fact that Sam Larry and Naira Marley and MohBad had long-standing issues. This spy is 4 people. MohBad himself, what he took, his state of mind. You are right by saying that after the NDLA situation, if he was truly hit with a gun, and NDLA, I need to hear from you. Why will your men hit a guy with a GUN? Why? I need to hear from you. If truly that affected him, then that's a problem. Then NDLA too can be brought into this equation because that can show that he's. But I think that is remote. And let's just hear from NDLA. How do people arrest and why is your name coming up? I'd like to hear from that. Secondly, when it comes to Prime Boy, I personally think he needs to be I feel Now, is Prime Boy guilty? I would say I really don't know what to say, because it's not like he had the intention. I just think it was a fight that blew out of proportion and was poorly managed. That's my take. Before I start to snore on the live, thank you all so much, all of you who joined on Instagram and Facebook, and of course TikTok. I love you guys so much. I'm going to come back later tonight.
All right, thank you, Daddy.
I want you back with me later tonight, because we're going to be talking about the Ibu family situation. Oh man, this time people know they enter trouble.
Okay.
Now families, they enter trouble. This is the MohBad family situation. Now we're going to move to the Ibu family situation later on tonight, and we're going to have a couple of conversations in that regard. Take care. All of you who came out,
Okay,
all of you who bought my stars, my super chats, and my super stickers. I know somebody's going to buy money gone right now as you're going. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter. I'll be back around 1 a.m. hopefully, if I can wake up on time. Take care, guys, and God bless you.